Okay, this is my original RPG. This is the one that got me started on all this. Saw how to do the basically how to do the valve and the internet there, and then went to it and figured out how to do it myself. You can see I've painted this one. I'll paint the other one that we just made just like this. It's got the only difference between the two is this one has a pistol grip off of a one of my son's broken cheap airsoft guns that we stuck on there just for looks. I'd mentioned the shredder valve before. This is it here. This is my original, how we originally filled the RPG, and I just went to Walmart and got one of these skull caps to put on it to cover it, but this is how we originally charged the RPG, and it was kind of a pain in the butt because I had to have a compressor and a 12-volt battery with me, and just really didn't work out well. But there you go. That's the what I said was a shredder valve. That's what they're called right there. That little bicycle fill valve. Again, Ace Hardware has them. At least the one by us does. You see I use a little JB weld around the base of it to help seal it and strengthen it up. Worked well. I could charge it up and take it out in the field and let it set. I charged it up a couple of times overnight and fired it the next morning, and it was still holding its pressure, so it worked out really well. One word to the wise is don't get sand in them. Otherwise you'll have to pull the end off of the or the top off of your valve there and clean it out, because the sand will keep it from sealing up to fire it. So that is the original RPG. Okay, and this is my my mortar I made. You can see that the tube on it's about 3 feet long. Standard 1 inch or 1 foot 3 inch PVC pipe for a tank, and a little bag you see hanging on the side there is where I keep my Nerf vortexes at when I'm carrying it in the field. The front bipod is actually a $19 Walmart tripod that I took apart and made it attached to the barrel right there. The thread on the tripod is just perfect to where it doesn't go into the barrel itself. And one of the other things I made on this one is I took this little PVC plug they sell at Lowe's and made a cap for it that I keep on it till I'm ready to use it, and then have a vinyl cutter. I made a remove before fight tag on it just for goofing around sake, but I just pull that off before I'm ready to fire. Again, it fires at a rate of about 3 to 5 seconds between rounds. I've shot as far as 270 feet measured. I'm sure it can go further than that, and that was at about 60 psi. I'm running about 70 psi on everything right now. Works real well. To change elevation on it, I just used the screw that came with the tripod. Works out great. Didn't have to worry about making anything, just how to figure out how to take apart the mortar to be able to or the tripod to be able to make it into a bipod. So worked out real well. Let me get my gas tank and I'll pop it off once to show you how well it works. Okay, this is the CO2 kit I got from Lowe's. It was $99. I think they're $95. I've seen them as low as $45 on sale. But it comes with this regulator right here. This is the regulator. It's got a pressure gauge on the end of it there that lets you go from 0 to 120 psi. Has a little knob on the end there that you turn to change the pressure settings. A quick disconnect. This is just like what we just installed on the RPG. The cap had come off out of the field. I guess I need to screw that back on. Comes with this curly hose here. Has a industrial adapter on one end. One thing when you buy your pneumatic fittings, make sure you buy the industrial and not the automotive fittings. And the difference is the nipple right here. So you need industrial male fittings and industrial females, not automotive. Okay. One of the things I added is I added this valve here so I can set the pressure on the regulator, and then just use this to, when I open this, it sends the gas to the either the RPG or to the mortar. And then when it gets up to pressure, I shut it off and then fire. That way I don't have to worry about overpressurizing the tank on the RPG or the mortar, whichever one I'm using. Separately, I bought a 20-ounce CO2 tank. These cost right around $30 to $40. I got this at Dick's Sporting Goods for $20 at Christmas, so there you can get them on sale from time to time. Has a little O-ring around here. You need to watch out, be careful you don't damage. It's a clear O-ring, kind of hard to see. You can get extra ones at any paintball supply store. So the way this works is this paintball bottle is going to screw right into the adapter here. So we'll go ahead and screw that on. Again, my handle keeps falling off of my my bottle. So we'll get that on nice and tight, just snug really. Okay, you notice that I left this on when I took it off last, so it's at about 70 psi, which is about where I normally keep it. Okay, so we'll take and plug in our adapter here. Okay, notice I lost a little pressure because it's still turned on. Plug in the other industrial adapter here. Pardon the jittery camera, I'm trying to do two things at once here. Okay, plug in this one. Okay, and next thing we're going to do is we're going to plug it into the mortar here. So I'm going to try to keep this standing up. Well, maybe not. It's going to lay down. Plug it into the mortar. Same exact way it's going to work with the RPG. One of the things I do need to do is I need to take this off. See how that just pulls right off? Okay, so got the pressure up. Let me go ahead and bump that up a little bit more. Okay, take that up to about 60 psi. Get the strap out of the way. It's about 60 psi. Okay, now I'm going to open up this valve, and you'll see when I open up the valve that the pressure is going to drop. It's going to drop to 0, and then it's going to start to come back up again, and that's the pressure that's actually in the tank. That's normal. See, it's coming up to about 60 psi. We're going to shut it off, and now we're going to fire it. Just like that. Do it again. See, it doesn't take long at all to fill up, and this bottle is just about depleted. So we're at 60 psi. I'm going to come over here and pull the trigger, fire it again. Round down range. That's how it works. Pretty simple stuff. Okay, this is how I tack out when I wear everything. This is the CO2 regulator you've already seen. Again, Sears has one of these with a it comes with an 8-ounce tank for the same price as the one at Lowe's. The biggest difference is the covering on the one at Sears is yellow, and again it's got the 8-ounce CO2 bottle with it. This bottle I had to buy separately. I've got a UTG pouch here. It's made for paintball. We're not quite sure what we use it for. I've never played paintball, so but this bottle fits perfectly down inside there. It just slides down inside. Then I take my my on-off nozzle, which we've already seen, slide it in here, take the other end, plug it into the RPG. We'll go ahead and turn on the gas. Take it up to about, I take it up to about 20 psi more than I normally fire at, so I'm going to take it up to about 70 psi on this one. Okay, I got it all hooked up. Going to turn on the gas, charge it up. There's 50 psi, and we're ready to fire. Just like that. Works great. Keeps a little bit of air left in it. Usually doesn't deplete the whole charge, but really seems to work great. And the opposite team hates it. So I can hit usually within about 10 feet of where I'm aiming, even about 100 yards away. So lots of fun. Hope you enjoy.